Hello everyone, this is David from Automotive Press. Guess what? We are doing something that you have been asking for a while, which is to bring some of my best friends in the world of YouTube channels together for the collaboration video of the year. That's right, we are bringing together like-minded folks who are all passionate about Asian cars, especially Toyota. And we are going to talk about what we are looking forward to seeing in 2022 because there are so many things happening. Yes, I know, the auto industry has gone through some crazy times in the last year or two, and there seems to be a never-ending story of supply chain issues and other problems that are making things difficult. But you know what? The automotive industry is like a great movie with twists and turns and unexpected outcome. So you know what, let's go for a ride and find out what's happening this year so that we can look through the crystal ball and try to figure out and predict what is going to be the most exciting things to look forward to in 2022. So what we decided to do is to ask each other some really important and fascinating questions in terms of what's happening in the world of automotive industry this year. The question we asked each other included the following. What do you look forward to in 2022 when it comes to new cars or trucks? What important trend do you see in 2022? And finally, what surprises do you think we might see in the calendar year 2022? So without further ado, let me get the first guest on the channel and ask them these critical questions that might just open your eyes and bring some interesting insight to you. My first guest requires no introduction because everyone knows Kirk Kreifels, who is very passionate about Japanese and Korean products. And Kirk and I have become really good friends over the last little while, and he and I talk on a regular basis, sometimes even every week, just to catch up on what is happening with new Japanese or Korean products, and we get so excited. Kirk is full of insight. He is so passionate and energetic about this stuff that we always have such a fun time talking with each other. I've done a number of collaborations with Kirk, and this is going to be really interesting to listen to his insight about what is happening in 2022. So let's catch up with Kirk.
Thanks, David, for having me on. I'm so excited for all the amazing things coming, not only for us, but for the automotive industry in 2022. What am I looking forward to the most? My gosh, I have no idea. Like, there's just so much. GR Corolla is coming. It's going to be amazing. Tundra and Sequoia iForce Max availability is also a concern for me. And the demand will definitely outpace the supply, at least for the foreseeable future. And the Korean EVs, Ioniq 5, EV6, GV60, how well are they going to sell? Are they going to allocate a ton to the United States, or is that one of their last concerns as they allocate more for Europe and Asia potentially? So that's a big question mark, is the volume there. For Lexus, we know the LX600 is available Q1, but there's also the RZ450e coming this year, fully electric, and the redesigned RX, and the RX 500H is trademarked. So that's a big question mark for me and many others. Integra makes a comeback. I'm still excited about it, despite the haters out there. And the Civic Type R is getting a redesign. I mean, that's amazing. And then you also have the Nissan Z returning to glory to fight the Supra. Like, this is stuff of Japanese legend. Especially Supra could be getting a manual transmission. Now, on to what important trend do I think I'll see in 2022? Well, MSRP, I think, is going to be the new deal. People are going to shop around. Cars are just such in a tight supply that the crooked dealers out there are going to be charging 5, 10, 15, 20 grand, depending on the car, over MSRP. So shop around, forget your local dealers if they can't give you MSRP, and you're going to be shopping around your area, whatever 200-mile radius, maybe even more, for the vehicle that you want. And not only that, you're going to be waiting a long time for your car. I know that trend started in 2021, but it's going to be continuing here in 2022 as a chip supply issue. I don't see getting any better anytime soon, unfortunately. Hate to be the bearer of bad news there. And what are the big surprises left for 2022? This was the hardest question for me. I think we might see an expansion of the Toyota Prime plug-in hybrid lineup. That would be, I mean, that's more of a hope for me. I don't know if we'll see it, but that's what I really, really want. And I'd be surprised if we did see the expansion of the Prime. Just give me that Sienna Prime, Toyota. You know I want it. And then also a fast Prius Prime. That would completely change the identity of the Prius if we got a Prius Prime that performs like a RAV4 Prime. That would be amazing. We'll see what happens with the new redesigned Prius, and we'll see what happens in 2022. Thanks, David, for having me on. I cannot wait to hang out with you again in our next collab. Peace out.
Thank you so much, Kirk. That was amazing to listen to you. You have so much to share, and you're going to have even more things to share down the road. Next guest also requires no introduction because we all love Jeff from the ToyotaJeff channel. He has so much energy that is very contagious, and I hope I can learn more and more things from Jeff because he has so much wisdom about Toyota and other products. And he has a lot to share about this year as well. So let's go and talk to Jeff and see what he has to say about what's coming ahead in 2022. So over to you, Jeff.
Hey David, it's great to be on your video, great to be part of your channel, and I was excited when you proposed this idea because there are some things, and I started reflecting what's been happening in the car industry, not just Toyota-wide. Of course, I have ToyotaJeff Reviews YouTube channel, but the whole industry. This is affecting what's going to happen as the months go by with the vehicle shortage. Vehicle computer chip shortage, supply chain logistical nightmares going on. It's halting production, it's slowing things down, it's delaying things. But what's interesting to me is, number one, how the industry is going to pull itself out of this, and hopefully within half a year to a year, we'll be seeing better things than what you see here. I'm at a high volume Toyota dealership right now, and they have, I believe right now, 2 vehicles for sale that are not pre-sold, which brings me to the part that's fascinating, because not only has it changed in the automotive industry these past many months, but in the minds and the buying habits of customers. People who are used to driving onto a car lot, seeing a 4Runner, a Tacoma, a Tundra, and anything like that, maybe a Camry, a Corolla, a RAV4, they can just drive in, buy it, drive it home that day. Now people are having to retrain themselves as far as how to research vehicles, and they're relearning how to buy cars. Vehicles that normally they could get same day, they're ordering off of a piece of paper, a specification sheet, and they're expecting to get that in a couple days, several weeks, months. That's certainly different. And the other thing is, people are expecting that, but they're also apparently understanding. A lot of people, of course, they'll never pay anything MSRP or above. Forget that. I'll wait. I'm not buying a car. And they'll blame it on the dealers and the manufacturers. Well, supply and demand, that's how it works in several industries, including the automotive industry. It's been, we'll call it player's advantage for at least the last 20 years or so. Well, this is the dealer advantage because there are no supplies. The demand is incredibly high because people want to buy cars. And as much as people say they're not, people are buying sticker price, above sticker, maybe 1,000 or 2, many thousands, tens of 20s of 30,000s more for vehicles now because they can't get them. People want what they can't have. And it's fascinating to me to see what's going to happen with this trend. When supplies return, are things going to shift back to what's considered automotive purchasing norms? Is it going to happen right away? Will there be pushback from customers, from dealers? I enjoy when you drive onto a lot and you could see 100, 200, 300, 400 new cars. So the selection is there. It just makes things so much easier for buyers and for customers. So this is a trend I'm fascinated following along and watching and seeing what in the world is going to come next. And as far as what kind of surprises am I expecting through the new year, I'm thinking electrification. Toyota has a very aggressive plan in mind. They want to get 70% of all the vehicles manufactured and sold by the year 2030 to have some form of electrification. So that could mean plug-in electric hybrid. It could be a battery electric. It could be hydrogen fuel cell. It could be a traditional hybrid. Will vehicles come out as all hybrids when the next gen comes out, like Venza and Sienna and Sequoia, or will they offer an alternative? And what's going to happen with Tacoma over here and 4Runner that you see back there? We know they're going to be redesigned. We think it's going to be 23, 24. We still do not know what year. Could they be delayed by supply chain issues, COVID, semiconductor computer chips. We just don't know. We're along for the ride, and I want to take a front seat because I want to know what's going to happen. People ask me that all the time on my channel. What about 4Runner? That's the main one. 4Runner, 4Runner, 4Runner. What is it going to have, and will they come out with an alternative to a gasoline-only engine? Will it be hybrid, or will it be a hybrid only? Will it be an all-electric one? Tacoma Electric? Maybe. Would it be a Tacoma Prime? A 4Runner Prime? Who knows? I'm excited to find out. David, again, thanks for having me be part of your channel in this video. I'm excited to see what everybody thinks. I'd love it if you left a comment so we can know where your thoughts and opinions and comments go. We want to know what's on your mind. And of course, I would love it if you join my Toyota Jeff Reviews YouTube channel. Thanks everybody, peace.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Every time I listen to you, I feel so energetic because you have so much to share, and you are absolutely charismatic and passionate about life and car and Toyota stuff. It's too bad I'm not actually physically there to talk with you in person, but one of these days I'm going to come and visit you. I'm going to visit Kirk in Florida, and I'm also going to visit Ahmed in Chicago. And all of you guys, I'm sure, also knows Ahmed, who is our last guest, who has the Car Care Nut channel, and he is perhaps the most knowledgeable and insightful master technician for Toyota. He shares so much information and so much deep knowledge that every time I watch his video, I learn something new. And Ahmed and I have become really good friends. We're almost like a family member in some way, and he and I also converse and talk about a variety of different things on a regular basis. And so I'm really, really honored to have Ahmed on our channel. Let's go and listen to Ahmed, who's also going to share about his vision and understanding of what's coming down the pipeline for 2022.
Hello everybody, AMD from the Car Care Nut channel. Some things that I'm mostly excited about in 2022. First, we have the new Tundra just came out. We have the 2023 Toyota Sequoia that just was announced and showcased. Another thing that is potentially coming, we have the new 4Runner. If they end up going with the redesign for this year, that's going to be very exciting. Many rumors, nothing confirmed, but that's a potential thing that we look forward to. Another thing that is coming that most people really are not thinking about, 2023 Toyota Prius. And more importantly than just the car itself, the 5th generation hybrid system. The 4th generation hybrid system has been a marvel of engineering, how smooth it is and how great it is. So I can't wait for what the 5th generation will bring and what improvements we're going to see first with the Prius and then everywhere across the lineup. One other car that is potentially going to get updated, and so far hush is the word on that, is the Toyota Camry. It is coming up on the update here, and I can't wait to really see what they bring up for the new generation. As far as trends that are going on in the industry, unfortunately the shortages and the chip shortages and everything that has been going on for the past year might actually continue into 2022. If anything, it might actually get a little worse because production keeps, we're going to ramp up production, cut production, ramp up production, cut production, and we just keep going back and forth. And even when we do get to a point where, okay, the shortage is gone, production is back up, it's still going to take a lot of time for dealerships to catch up on their inventory. The dealership where I work, we're dwindling with 2-3 new cars on the lot. That is something unheard of, and it's a very bizarre situation that we're living in. These are the times that we're living in, and the most important thing that I look forward in 2022, that all our viewers are doing well, staying healthy, and happy during 2022.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. You are the most honest and down-to-earth person I've ever met, and it is just such an honor to have you, and it's always fun to listen to you and to watch your videos. My take in terms of what's happening in 2022 is I'm going to be basically an open book. I want to hear, learn, lesson, and just take everything in as things continue to evolve in the auto industry. Having said that, yes, I am very much looking forward to some very specific models from Toyota, including the GR Corolla, maybe the 4Runner, and then the new Sequoia that was introduced recently. So lots of new things are coming down the pipeline, and some new stuff from Lexus as well. I'm hearing that the new Lexus GX, which is not out this year, but perhaps next year, is going to be a truly off-roader. It might be following the footsteps of something like a Land Rover Defender. From what I hear from Japan, it's going to be rugged, tough looking, and absolutely durable inside and out. And I might be just tempted to trade in my Tundra for the new GX when that comes out, if it comes out before the 4Runner. We don't know which one is going to come out first in the market, whether it's going to be the 4Runner or the Lexus GX, or maybe even the Toyota Tacoma. But whichever model that piques my interest is the one I'm going to trade my Tundra for. So the next 6 months to a year could be really fascinating. The most important thing to keep in mind is something that Toyota practices now, which is called agile thinking. This is a new principle that Toyota has adopted a little while ago, which says, you know what, things are changing so much, so often that we can't predict everything, and perhaps we shouldn't predict everything. Instead, we should have an open mind, a flexible mind, and then an agile stance and an agile attitude so that we can adapt to anything that comes our way. And that kind of thinking is going to make the auto industry really exciting this year. So I'm okay if there's some surprises down the road or some unexpected things, because that's what makes life so interesting. So with that, I'm going to sign off for now, but there's a lot more collaboration to come with Kirk and Jeff and Amit down the road. So please keep an eye on their channel and my channel as we continue to feed you and give you more information, insight about the auto industry and people behind them. Thank you so much for watching our first ever foursome collaboration with these amazing folks. I will catch you very soon.